You must have heard of the viral sensation topic that has been going on all over social media about the article that was published recently by Vogue of is having a boyfriend embarrassing. Now there are a lot of debates that has been going on. There are a lot of people who are telling that yes, there are a lot of backlashes that it is anti-men. But what is it actually and what it means for you? Hi there, welcome back to my channel. I'm Adya and let us have a conversation about it. Now when I heard about this topic, I was instantly excited to actually read what the article is about and say that's just a hook line that having a boyfriend is embarrassing, and sometimes it actually is. So which is a very sad part, that yeah, sometimes you are in a relationship with someone who is just not worth it, who is just not worth your time, and it's frankly a little embarrassing that you would do that to yourself. You must have heard your best friends talking, your girlfriends telling you that he does not deserve you. But that's not what this article is about. Now, when we are in a relationship with someone, a lot of us get the sense of validation from our partner. That external validation is very important for us. We take it very innately about the whole thing, and we focus on the other person. Everything is tied to the other person, and we lose ourselves. So it's not actually about having a boyfriend who is really embarrassing. It's more about the state you put yourself and your body into. When your self-worth, your external validation, your everything is tied to another person, you lose yourself into it. How many have you girls or guys have gotten into relationship and you have cut off your friends, you have stopped talking to your friends, meeting up with your friends and families, and stopped doing everything that you wanted to do, but rather started doing all the things that your partner wanted to do. You've lost the sense of your own self, and a small conflict between you and your partner could send you down the rabbit hole, and you would just spiral and spiral, talk to your friends about it. What do I do? Oh my god, he said this, he said that. The whole chaos is now built into your system because you do not know how to regulate your nervous system when you are in a relationship with somebody. Because when you're in a relationship with somebody and you lose all sense of self and direction, that is embarrassing. That is embarrassing, and I am guilty of the same too. But once you understand that how to move past the whole dysregulation of nervous system, how to not throw yourself down the spiral hole just because your partner and you are not agreeing on a similar thing or are not on the same page. If you have ever felt that your sense of self has completely been lost, and it doesn't matter if you have just got into a relationship or you have been with someone for 10 years, things can change. You can change yourself, and you do not need to tie yourself to this person completely emotionally and physically and just always being present there. You can move yourself out of the situation where you do not feel your worth, and you can start to focus on yourself. And once you do that, your relationship would actually get much better. You would start to feel great, you would start to feel amazing, and once you feel calm, once your nervous system is regulated, once you feel happy, once you feel excited about life, about things, automatically all your relationship with your friends or your partner, it actually starts to feel better. You don't get irritated easily, you don't get into conflicts easily, and that happens when you decouple yourself and focus on self-regulation. Yes, when you are with your partner and there's a conflict, you want regulation, maybe physical touch or hugs and kisses from your partner, and you feel soothed, you feel calm. But if that's your only sort of regulation that then you are in a bit of trouble, my friend, because self-regulation is the most important thing. And if you do not know how to self-regulate, and if you do not have the tools to get through a situation, you will always be in a situation which is toxic and which is not good for you. There are multiple tools to regulate yourself. My favorite one is EFT tapping, meditation, journaling, going for a walk out in the nature, going maybe shopping. Retail therapy is your thing. Anything to regulate yourself on your own is your tool, which is the most important thing. About the article that the Vogue kept talking about, it's not as much as having a boyfriend is embarrassing. It is the act that a lot of people put out there. It is the pretend, it is the boyfriend reveal, it is the focus that if you have a boyfriend, then you are better than others. Now that has shifted in the recent years, because that's not true anymore. And if you do not have a boyfriend, you do not have a boyfriend, and that is cool. You are cool. There is nothing to compare to. There is no comparison. In the past, there were a lot of peer pressures and societal pressures that was there on a person, especially maybe on the females, that when you're in a heterosexual relationship, so the females felt a little sad that, oh, I don't have anyone, and so embarrassing. That is gone. Gone are the days where you need a man to make you feel better. If the man does not add to the relationship, does not give you the life that you already have and improve it in any way, then that person does not deserve to be in your energy. For that, you need to love yourself. And I hated that line, like, you need to love yourself, someone else would love you. But the whole concept behind that is, when you know your self-worth, when you love yourself enough to know that you can give yourself anything that you want, the peace, the calm, the happiness, not just the materialistic things. That's all good. Materialistic things are good and are part of it. But if you can give yourself the self-regulation, nervous system regulation, calmness, peace, happiness, excited, fun, and all the beautiful, amazing emotions, if you cannot give it to yourself, some dusty ass man comes into your life, gives you anxiety, increases your cortisol, makes your skin break, ruins your beautiful face, ruins your body, ruins your hair, dry. And by the way, the reason I say this is that emotional state of mind is directly proportionate to your physical health. If emotionally you feel shitty, physically you would feel shitty. There is no glow up if you are with someone, or you're surrounded yourself with people who are not good enough for you. It's not just about having a boyfriend. It's not just about a man. This article is not anti-men. It's actually talking about your self-worth, and how when you are constantly tying yourself up with men, you do not give yourself time out of the relationship, and you just jump into one relationship to another just because having a boyfriend matters a lot. Yeah, this is about that. It's about your self-worth, and it's about loving yourself. It's about putting yourself on the pedestal. It's about making yourself feel good, and not losing yourself in the whole fiasco of having a boyfriend just for the sake of it. Just because that man can take you out to dinner, you accept that, okay, that's a good reason, that good enough reason to be in a relationship. You have to really think about it. You have to like yourself more. You have to like yourself more. If you buy yourself flowers like every week, and the man you are dating cannot even give you a rose or your favorite flower, mine is tulips. So if the person cannot give you anything, why are you with that person? If you have so much happiness and calmness and peace in your life, and that person comes into your life and actually gives you anxiety, panic attacks, and breakouts, he does not deserve to be in your life. Girls, get into your mind. Guys, same thing for you. I know there are girls who are toxic out there. So focus on yourself, and the moment you give yourself everything you want, there is someone who is equally and more amazing made there for you, who you would attract immediately. And hello, this is also a fact of manifestation, that when you are living your best life, when you are giving everything to yourself, you are being the type of person that you want to date, automatically you're going to attract that. Automatically all the beautiful things are attracted to you. So hats off to the journalist of Vogue who wrote such a nice article, because now it's bringing back attention to men and women, other ways actually, to focus on themselves, because being in the relationship is not the end goal. Being happy is the end goal, and whatever makes you happy, and whatever does not tie you to a toxic situation or a toxic person is the end goal. So, guys, love yourself, focus on yourself. And if this hits home, if you are in a relationship, tell me that one thing that is not connected to your relationship but you value about yourself the most. Let us have a conversation there. Thank you, guys. Bye bye. Love you.